and welcome to the Pepega Mega Twitch Fantasy Football Weekly Recap, which happens apparently once every 5 weeks. I'm your commissioner and overlord, Common Sense Sam, aka Common Sense Scam, in the Any Gifters Twitch League. Couple little ground rules we have to lay out here. Standard ESPN scoring, half PPR. Couple flex. I think there's one flex, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 QB, 1 tight end, and 1 defense. There's also a kicker. A literal kicker, right? That you start. And if that kicker misses an extra point, it is negative 50 points. And when they miss an extra point, we tweet out the Pepega Mega emote, which I think I have as a bit emote at this point. Maybe not. Maybe I can't even find my... Oh, yeah. There we go. We also have the missed extra points. Any missed extra pointers? And, yeah. I'll get into the recap in a second here. Unfortunately, not a lot of people have missed extra points this year, but hey, we'll get to it in a second here. Let me move my camera over a little bit. Oh. We'll move it right here. All right. As you can see, these are the week 1 results. I believe these are week 1s. We should probably scroll out a little bit and see. Yes, these are the week 1 results. I faced off against Hannick. Going into this matchup, I think Hannick had a significant chance to beat me. I think he was like favored by like it was 79% to 21% or something like that. And when Kyler Murray got that 38 points right off the rip, it was kind of ridiculous. Like I was out at that point. Like he had like a 90% chance of winning. Derrick Henry did not do a lot of that first week, but Adam Thielen is actually what sealed it for me. There's a single play. There was a play near the end of the game that he caught like a 40-yard catch, and I think that's what ended up winning it for me. No, I won by 20 points. But other than that, pretty even here. Tampa Bay defense didn't help him out. Pretty balanced matchup. He had 2 really good players, his tight end and then Kyler Murray as well, obviously. Going into the Tribe versus Nuge. This is the rematch of the championship last year, the Pepega Mega Bowl. As you see, Tribe won by 4 points. There's still a 1% chance, even though this game has been done for weeks. There's still a 1% chance that Nuge could win this game. That's how close this was. Really, they were very evenly split throughout the entire thing. We had Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, Dalvin Cook destroyed Aaron Jones, right? Chris Carson, Jonathan Taylor, very even. Allen Robinson, DK Metcalf actually destroyed there. McLaurin, Ridley. The tight end game here is actually the first one for Tribe that tilted it in his favor. Godwin versus Lamb, again, very, very close. Their kickers were identical. And the actual mathematical reason why Tribe lost is the defense. What the hell is Nuge thinking starting Jacksonville? The Jaguars. That is an 11-point swing right there. When Tribe won by 4 points. Again, it's been finalized, and he still has a 1% chance to win. I guess that's every team. All right, we will come back to Colin and in Team Deekslayer here in a second. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, "Wow, Team Don't Beat Cheese, 66 points. He must have missed an extra point in week 1, right? He must have missed an extra point in week 1, right?" Sleeves literally almost doubled Team Don't Beat Cheese, because it's Don't Be Sod and Exposed Cheese's team. No, Team Don't Beat Cheese is just really fucking bad at this game. Aaron Rodgers 1 point. Ezekiel Elliott 4.9 points. Is that Miles Davis? Mike Davis 8.7 points. Adams, 8 points. Brown and Waller are the only two shining stars here. 13 points and 22 points. And Brown didn't even outdo what he was projected there. Ayuk, I think, got injured right away, right? Like at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, I think he was injured like at the very start of that game. Starting Jags D almost as bad as starting Ronald Jones Jr. And I'm apologizing for not reading all of the chat. I will. I just need to go through this. Sanders 6, Suck Up 7, Washington defense. I mean, really, anyone could have played Don't Be Cheese this week, and Don't Be Cheese was about as stinky as Cheese. Pete Blackburn dominated Brandon Sanders 7 in week 1. Let's see what the tilt was here. Stafford way outscored Allen. Mixon outscored Eckler. I mean, okay, so the running back game is actually where Pete took over. Nick Chubb, wide receivers also. Julio Jones versus Tyler Lockett here. I mean, yeah, it's pretty one-sided here across the board. Although Cooper Kupp and Ty Lockett actually kind of cancel out. So kickers are fine. I mean, Pete just had better players across the board there. It looks like minus Stafford. Unlucky. But we get to the best part of the week. Team Deke Slayer versus JPP's Discount Fireworks Colin. Very first game of the entire NFL season. Very first game. And we get our first Pepega Mega missed extra point. Greg the Leg Zerline, who I actually almost traded Deke because I like Greg the Leg. I've had him in previous fantasy football seasons, and he hasn't missed a lot of extra points. I think he missed only one last season, right? Greg the Leg Zerline misses the first extra point for the Pepega Mega Twitch Fantasy Football Pepega Mega Award of the Year. To this point, Deke has had one missed extra point. I mean, other than that, Deke's team played really well. I mean, look, he only lost by 40 points. Okay. So the kick did make the difference here. If he doesn't miss that kick, Deke wins. Cheers, Nate. Miles Davis was a jazz musician. That is correct. I apologize, McFranny. That's why I was thinking of that. Fuck. But I mean, honestly, I think Colin loses to most other... Oh, no. Colin actually beats a lot of different teams. So anyways, after week 1, we have myself, Tribe, Colin, No Sleeves, and Pete all at 1-0. We move to the second week. We'll kind of fly through these a little bit quicker. I dominated Sleeves. Like, absolutely just spit on him. Get out of my league, Sleeves. To be fair, Sleeves has been very hamstrung by running backs. His running back game has been terrible all season. I also happen to have Derrick Henry. I'm not complaining. Everyone's like, oh, you're a one-player team. I don't care. I got the best player. Maybe you guys shouldn't have left him up to the 3rd pick to be drafted. Looking at you, Nuge. Looking at you, Deke Slayer. Lamar Jackson, getting him in like the 4th or 5th round is also phenomenal. So anyways, I top Team No Sleeves to go 2-0. Nuge versus Deke Slayer. Poor old Deke. I think Deke forgot to change someone out. No, he did not in this week. It was week 3, I think. Anyways, Tom Brady versus Russell Wilson. Dalvin Cook versus Christian McCaffrey. I mean, really just across the board, Nuge's team was better here. Nuge learned his lesson, dropped Jacksonville from week 1, picked up the Browns, and look, the Browns got him positive points. Which was not the difference maker this time. What was the difference maker here? Let's take a look. I think Nuge's wide receivers were significantly better. Yeah, you had Godwin, Ridley. Even that's pretty even. So Chris Carson plus Brady plus his receivers were better. Nuge not looking like his dominant old self, but he gets back to 1-1 on the season there. We have Tried, just a powerhouse at this point, dominating Colin in week 2. Again, Colin's running back situation is a little sus as well, Amari Cooper not having a good week was bad. There's a lot of injuries going on right now in the NFL, as I can see, because all these injury statuses are as of this week. I love how, look at the kickers, right? Some of these kickers are projected to get like negative 1.86 points. I love that fucking missed extra point rule. Hannock destroys Pete. Pete had one bad player on here. Higby and DJ Shark. Other than that, Cheese starts 0-2 because he's got the worst team in the league, even though Aaron Rodgers put up more than 1 point, which is good. Good for you. You guys did great. Proud of you. I'm totally fine with my kicker getting a 0. It's better than a negative 50. There was no one that actually, if Cheese starts Pollard week 2, he wins. Instead, he started Kenny and Drake. Interesting. So after 2 weeks, I think we have Sleeves at 1-1. I would be 2-0. Nuge would be 1-1. Tribe is 2-0. Hannock is 1-1. And Brandon Sanders is 1-1 as well. So we really have me and Tribe at the top of the food chain here. On to week 3. My first loss. And guess who it was fucking against? God, that pissed me off. Zeke Elliott decides to have a fucking hell of a goddamn game. Devontae Adams has something to prove with Aaron Rodgers. By the way, look at that double dip. 20 and 25 points. That's 45 points between them because they were double dipping. I mean, this is just Mike Williams. Like, Mike Williams hasn't been fucking relevant in years. Anyways, I started the strategy of picking up whatever defense was playing the Jets, and it really does pay off. Jets are terrible. Anyways, my first loss, I moved to 2-1. Nuge wins, he moves to 2-1. Colin loses, meaning he's 1-2 at this point, I believe my math is correct. Tribe wins. Look how low scoring this game was, because guess what? We had our second Pepega Mega missed extra point of the season, and guess who it was again? Greg the Leg Zerline. Deke, buddy, when are you gonna learn? Drop him. Don't do the Young Ho Koo route like what Nuge did last year. He was like, all right, Koo, great kicker for Atlanta. He's already missed 1-2 extra points. He's got to be done for this season missing extra points, right? No, he missed a third one last year. Don't follow Nuge's example and drop him like a hot sack of potatoes. Then again, I don't know if you're really even paying attention to this league, because I'm pretty sure you started Christian McCaffrey last week anyways, which is another gifted sub. Russell Wilson's out, and I still think he's in your starting lineup. That'll be another gifted sub. I hope you're paying attention, though, because there's going to owe a couple gifted subs at the end of the season. So, yeah, by far, Tribe's worst week in week 3, and he becomes the only team to be 3-0 because he played against Deke Slayer. Look at that. 88 points. Jalen, you know you're having a bad week when I'm pretty sure Jalen Hurts is the highest scoring guy in your goddamn team. Yep. Jalen Hurts was your highest scoring guy, and your bench was shit too. Buddy, you are in for a rough second half of this season. You have 0 depth. You barely have starting. How the hell are you 3-0 at this point? I mean, you guys know the spoiler alert. He's actually 4-0 because fucking thing doesn't retroactively go back. Can we do the recaps? I think they have like actual mathematic recaps here that they build into it, but yeah, Tribe 3-0 at this point. Brandon Sanders, I believe, moves to 2-1 at this point by beating Hannock, a blowout. And then Pete versus No Sleeves was actually the matchup of the week. Josh Allen. Boy, was I making fun of Pete for drafting him in like the 2nd or 3rd round. I think he was the 2nd quarterback taken off over Lamar Jackson, which, I mean, is fine. Like, Josh Allen's a great quarterback. They're a great fantasy quarterback. Won him that game. I mean, that is the difference maker of the week right there. And Swift as well. I just never trust a single Lions player ever. Wait, what is Robbie Gould? What does I mean? IR. Oh boy, Robbie Gould's on the IR. All right. That is your standings for week 3. On to week 4. We are now officially caught up. This is now the week 4 Pepega Mega Twitch Streamer Fantasy Football League recap. I've got a lot of comments to go through here. If you need to actually like say, hey, Sam, read this, at me, because otherwise there's just too much going on right now. And don't everyone please at me. All right. I love that I destroyed Nuge. Matchup number 1 here. Nuge gets... I could have missed an extra point and only lost to Nuge by 3 points. Give or take. Anyways. Yes. My QB was better. His running back 1 was better. My running back 2 was significantly better. Wide receiver 1 was better. DJ Moore's been having a phenomenal season for me. 12 points, 17, 16, 27. I think he's like he's the number 5 wide receiver right now in the league. How is he only number 5? That is absurd. My team's pretty solid here with Thielen and DJ Moore's my top 2 wide receivers. My running back core is very solid. Not just my starting running back, but I also have depth. I got Josh Jacobs just sitting in the back, waiting for that one bye week that he can get in here. I got Juju Smith-Schuster, who's actually hot garbage on my bench too. But man, did Nuge have a terrible fucking week here. I was so worried, and I think Dalvin Cook is the reason why he lost. I don't think I actually won this game. I think he lost the game between Dalvin Cook and Chris Carson. I played a pretty solid game though. I think I scored the 2nd most points that week. So, all right, on to the next one. Tribe moves on to 4-0. Again, Jalen Hurts sneakily. What is he? He's the number 5. What a brilliant mind Tribe is, right? Tribe drafted Jalen Hurts as the last. It was Tribe's first QB taken, but I think it was drafted in like the 12th or 11th round of that draft, when everyone else was already taken. Brilliant. The rest of Tribe's team is still a little sus. Jones, Taylor, Sutton, like Terry is hot or cold. So he's due this week, right? If I'm going based off of historical stats, and I need to sneeze so bad right now, I'm holding it in. Terry's going to get 8.2 points this week against New Orleans. Guaranteed. Mark it. Do some Vegas bets on that. Noah Fant. CeeDee Lamb, McPherson, Buffalo. But again, his depth is so bad. Anyways. No sleeves, best game of the week. Dak Prescott popped off. His whole team popped off. Tyreek Hill popped off. Jefferson popped off. Deebo Samuel popped off. No missed extra points. Look, his bench even did phenomenal. Jesus, he is a force to be reckoned with. And then Deke. I mean, it's too bad you didn't play Pete or Don't Be Cheese, because you would have gotten your first win, but you fall to 0-4. We see Colin beat Brandon Sanders again. Again, nothing really to say about this matchup other than Colin played really well. Mahomes did great. Eckler and Barkley actually kind of cancel each other out. The wide receiver and the tight end game is where Colin won that game. Then we have the closest matchup of the week, the bottom dwellers of the week. Team Don't Be Cheese versus Team Blackburn. I know it's Team Don't Be Sod, but it's co-managed by Exposed Cheese. Both QBs, great. Both RB1s, great. And then it's shit from here on out. Actually, Myers did pretty well. Waller did okay. Going into Monday night of this game, I think Cheese had... Or Don't Be Cheese, so I'm going to say Sod and Cheese, had 3 players left to go. It was Mike Williams, Darren Waller, and Kenyon Drake, right? And I think Cheese was only down going into this by like 6 or 7 points. And like I even messaged saying the only thing that'd be better about this week and what happened is if Cheese somehow loses. And he really tried his hardest to lose. If Waller doesn't catch that touchdown, Cheese actually loses, only being down by 6 points going into the Monday night matchup where Pete has no one left. Really, Pete was projected to get 117, only got 71 points. Big miss. But that is your weeks 1 through 4 recap of the Pepega Mega Twitch Fantasy Football League. I'm your commissioner, Common Sense Scam. I appreciate everyone being here watching this. And on with the 24-hour stream.